welcome to the live stream. Let's just open the chat. Okay, I've made the chat as open. Okay, so let's wait for a few minutes to join others. Let's go. Let's just do it one. ये कौन था? जस्ट एक वीडियो था ना, इसका मैं एक वीडियो देख रहा था इंस्टाग्राम में, फालतू का एक वीडियो था एक्चुअली, इसको रोस्ट बनाऊंगा तो इसीलिए फ़ोटो खींचा था इसका। गर्लफ्रेंड वगैरह नहीं है, ठीक है, हम लोग समझ रहे हो गर्लफ्रेंड है। इसको ये कर देते हैं, जो भी है श्री राधे राधे राधे। चैनल पे दे दो, इतना सपोर्ट के लिए शुक्रिया। 20K 34K, ये भी कितना हुआ था। Okay, let's read for the day. Like I'll just read one page per day. As I told you, today I'll read the capabilities of your mind. ये वाला चैप्टर मैं रीड करूँगा आज, कैपेबिलिटीज ऑफ योर माइंड। ठीक है, अपन देखते हैं। पर बहुत ठंड है एक्चुअली, कोलकाता में अभी बहुत ठंड पड़ गया है। ओके, ठीक है, तो लेट्स रीड कैपेबिलिटीज ऑफ योर माइंड। द माइंड नीड्स टू बी डिसिप्लिन्ड बाय द प्रैक्टिस ऑफ कंसंट्रेशन, मेडिटेशन एंड such other techniques. This enhances the capabilities of your mind and help it to perform better. Concentration means is the nothing but attention. It requires a quiet mind, not a scattered mind. The mind becomes unified, okay, unified when concentration takes place. All our efforts must be to bring our concentration and unification of the mind. Everything is revealed to the mind that is one pointed. We have so many layers of the mind. We have to know where the mind has gone and have to know how to gather the scattered pieces of the mind. We are not aware of the hidden pieces of the mind. Only when we have brought some piece into the superficial part of the mind, mind will we become aware of its hidden pieces. Okay, so that is very important. Layer and layers of the mind will become exposed and we will see then just how the mind is scattered. And those spiritual personalities like Vivekananda and others have had such a tremendous influence on the minds of people because they know their mind through and through. That is why those who try to lead a serious spiritual life live in forest or ashrams with a lot of greenery, water and silence. मतलब बहुत लोग इसलिए जंगल में चला जाता है और आश्रम में चला जाता है, इसलिए माइंड को शांत करने की, मतलब माइंड तो शांत रहेगा एक्चुअली। इसलिए दे नीड सच एक्सटर्नल पीस, मतलब वो बाहर से भी पीस चाहता है एक्सटर्नली, बट हम लोग को इधर एक्सटर्नल पीस कम है क्योंकि हम लोग शहर में रहते हैं तो इधर नॉइज ज़्यादा है। दे डू नॉट लाइक टू लिसन टू नॉइसेस, जो मैं बोला वही बोला है एक्चुअली, नॉट इवन लाउड साउंड्स। सम ऑफ देम डू नॉट इवन लाइक टू बी इन एनी वंस कंपनी, मतलब कोई किसी का, मतलब जैसे हम लोग किसी को भी बात कर सकते हैं, उसके लिए बात करते हैं ऐसा करके, मैं मोस्टली नहीं करता हूँ, ठीक है, तो उसको भी, मतलब उन लोगों को वो भी नहीं चाहिए, मतलब खुद में फोकस वो लोग करता है ज़्यादा, दूसरों को फोकस नहीं करता है, ठीक है, वही करना चाहिए। they just want to immerse themselves in the silence of the nature and the self. मतलब वो लोग खुद को ऐसा चाहता है कि नेचर के साथ और खुद के साथ इमर्स करना चाहते हैं. इमर्स मतलब खुद के साथ विलीन करना. मतलब जैसे बंगाली में विलीन होता है वर्ड, और हिंदी में क्या होता है, हिंदी में मतलब हिंदी में वर्ड मुझे पता नहीं, बट हिंदी में वैसा इमर्स मान के चलो, तुम सर्च कर सकते हो हिंदी में क्या है इमर्स. ठीक है, तो okay, in such an atmosphere real insights into the mind are possible. okay, मतलब दिस मतलब वो वाला एटमोसफियर में माइंड को फाइंड आउट करना, माइंड को इंसाइट, माइंड का जो इंसाइट हो जानना इजी हो जाता है. बट मोस्ट ऑफ अस हैव टू लिव इन सिटीज एंड अंडर ट्रिमेंडस प्रेशर, ट्रैफिक, पीपल एंड नॉइस. हम लोग जैसे मैं बोला कि हम लोग ट्रैफिक में रहते हैं, मतलब ट्रैफिक कॉन्जेशन बहुत सारा चीज़ है कि इधर साउंड्स वगैरह आता है. देन वी हैव टू डू एज सच एज वी कैन to keep ourselves away from the noise and distractions. okay, who doesn't know that much of the suffering comes because we cannot control our mind. I want to forget something I cannot forget. Continually my mind goes back to the memory of it. I get crazy, then I take a tranquilizer. Well, tranquilizer do not take me far. The doctor are already warning that they are dangerous. What shall I do? I find my brain has become torpid. My mind has gone to pieces. Alright, I go to a psychiatrist. Okay, the psychiatrist wants to put me in a nice place, but the nice places are all filled up. I cannot go there. What to do then? Okay, so you must have noticed that some have control over their minds, others don't have that control because apart from other reasons, physical and psychological, they have not been trained to concentrate. With concentration, a person understands a subject better. We somehow cannot get hold of all the aspects of things, whereas another person can. One person at once sees all the different bearings of a certain situation. Another person cannot. What is the matter of with the second person? His mind is not concentrated. Okay, he is not trained in attention. When you concentrated the mind, there is something that produces knowledge. Concentration will not produce the machines that you are inventing. okay, but it will produce knowledge, which afterwards you can set down on paper or make a model of. It is concentration which suddenly brings out an explanation of a mysterious phenomenon. You have to worry over it and hold the mind there, hold it, and then suddenly something comes out. Some even says the main difference between man and the animals is the difference in their power of concentration. All success in any line of the work is the result of this. Everybody knows something about concentration. We see it results every day. High achievement in the art, music, etc. are the results of the concentration. An animal has very little power of concentration. Those who have trained animals find much difficulty in the fact that animal is constantly forgetting what is told him. He cannot concentrate his mind long upon anything at a time. Herein the difference between man and animals. Man has the greater power of concentration. The difference in their power of concentration also constitutes the difference between man and man. Compare the lowest with the highest man. The difference is in the degree of concentration. This is the only difference. There are many people today who really are worried that the human mind is degenerating. In the average college student, we do not find enough knowledge and enough efficiency. We ask what is the matter with the system of education. The matter is that the art of the concentration of attention is gone. There is too much scattering of the mind, too much scattering of the life energy. Unfortunately, we are living at a time when very little attention is being given to conversation. Everything is just expression scattering out. The moment a person thinks of doing something, he does it. The moment he seeks pleasure, he indulges in it. But the conservation is an important part of building of life. Conservation, okay. Self-expression, self-manifestation is the least of it. We take the granted that before a singer sings on the stage, he or she has to train the voice for years and years. The same principle is applicable to every phase of a life and every kind of life. We have to be prepared and trained. We find that an average schoolboy or a college student is perfect in self-indulgence indulgence and self-scattering. Very few have learned the art of the conversation. Conversation is not being an owl and sitting in a one corner. Through a good deal of that is necessary. Okay, you cannot spend all the evening watching movies, browsing internet without the purpose of and roaming on the road aimlessly and become a very concentrated person. Okay, concentration requires a well disciplined life. Okay, so students complain so much about lacks of concentration. I have not the willpower to concentrate my mind, they say. But if the one of science sincere one surely has the willpower. But behind the willpower, the vitality, the life force is not there. It is probably because the student is not eating well, or for some other reason his health might not have been good. Then one has to eat nourishing food well or take appropriate medical care. Okay, got it. More often than not, it is the wrong usage of vital energy. The energy is expanding itself in other direction. What is the vitality of vital energy or life force? It is energy because of which we are live and because of which we move and do so many things, talk, even think. If it is not behind the eye, we cannot see. If it is not behind our hand, we cannot move it. If it is not behind thought, we cannot think. So this force has to be tapped and directed to the proper and desired direction. You cannot have the vital energy to study or daydream at the same time. If you have devote your energies to daydreaming, then you will have little left for study. You may say, I have so much vital energy that I can study and also daydream at the same time. I can scatter it all around, but that is not true. It has been found that if the vitality is in one direction, then it is not available for the other direction. Vitality is behind the scene, and the whole body, that every part of the body is clamoring for satisfaction, and from there you have to drag the energy to the desired goal in the view. The extent you are able to do this is the amount of concentration you can achieve. The practice of concentration is absolutely necessary. Everybody has the ability to gain concentration, provided is also willing to be patient. Okay, you really cannot make things happen just because you are impatient. Impatience is a state of mind which is so be condemned in every phase of existence. The two factors which will help develop concentration are living a very restrained and disciplined life. Restrained and disciplined life, regular practice of observing the ways of the mind. Okay, that is the true actually. If you're reading a book, command your mind that is, it should not hear a conversation going on a few feet away, or listen to the noise in the street. When you are reading, read, but in the present, be in the present. Some people do other practices. For instance, they will keep the attention of their eyes focus on one thing. मैं सदगुरु के जैसे पढ़ना मतलब ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? सदगुरु जैसे बोलता है ऐसे मुझे अच्छा लगता है बहुत. तो focus on one thing. They're aware of just that thing alone and of nothing else. They say that the such practices a correct posture is very helpful. The essential part of the posture is a straight backbone. Okay, whether you sit cross-legged or sit in a chair, sit straight and do not let the spine touch anything. Okay, of course that is completely against your idea of sitting, which is to recline against the back of the chair. Okay, you can think you think that is the quite legitimate, but we think it altogether wrong. First of all, the spine is not in a straight line, and next the spine touches something which it shouldn't be. These are the basic steps. Especially if you have children under your care, you should teach them concentration when they eat, when they are when they are planning, or when they are reading, when they are doing anything, insist of they are giving their full mind to it. It's a dangerous habit children have been forming, to have a television or a music system going on while they are studying. They will tell you that this helps in learning, make it pleasant. Never allow the mind to become divided. Whether you are eating dinner, or talking with somebody, or performing a job, or watching television, or listening to music, whatever you do, make a habit of giving your full attention to it. That is an absolutely necessary thing. You will not know until you have trained yourself in this way, that what a tremendous difference it makes in your life. If you have trained an average child in the art of attention or concentration, you will find that he or she will grow up to become a stronger person. He or she will be able to control himself or herself, and as a result the life of such persons will be much easier. We can say that our life will be perfect, but it will certainly be much better, because concentration is the great instrument. When you really concentrate, you will find that first of all the conscious mind comes there. Then you find your unconscious mind is coming up. All the things that are embedded in the unconscious mind, impressions of the past, conversations you thought important or significant, etc., all of them start coming up and take you on a tour. Suppose you are trying to be concentrated on an image of the sun. You see the sky around it, then the clouds, then a picnic, then those who attended it, and the car, and then this and then the other things. Gone, your mind had taken away far away from the object of your concentration in a matter of the seconds. The mind is scattered so rapidly that you will not even know how it has uh, flitted, flitted, flitted by association from one thing to another. In one fraction of seconds, your mind has gone. There is no concentration. Then you have to bring the mind back and hold it there, hold it there, and hold it there. And then continuously try again and try again. Then you will find you have succeeded a little, and you will gain in confidence. I may have failed, okay, but if I try again, I can bring out the strength I need to succeed. I have it. I have it in me. This is the self-confidence. I may have failed, but I try again. I can bring out the strength I need to succeed. This is called the confidence. I have it in me. This is called the self-confidence. Okay. And one has to improvise like that. Moreover, do not more for a moment have the idea that you will practice for a short time and then give up. Concentration is a permanent nature. You will need to all time as long as you live. If you take a bath every day for 20 years and say, oh, I have practiced cleanliness for this long, now I shall enjoy the fruits of it, and stop bathing. You know what happens. Your body stinks. Of course, if you practice concentration for 20 years diligently, there will definitely be some permanent effect on your mind, and you will certainly enjoy its fruits. Nevertheless, you cannot stop, because the mind can always unlearn anything. Be prepared to practice this every day, and think of eternal values must be approached with the idea of timelessness. Okay. You must say it is for all time, and I will do. How we will come to know about the power of the mind until you have battled with it. Never be disconcentrate. You have within you what it takes to face the whole universe. Then we will come to the discipline. Okay. So today so far, after this, I have already I read around, I think I just told one page, but 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, approx 9.5, so 10 you can say. So 9.5 page I have already reading. Okay, I have already read that 9 pages. Okay, so in next day I will read one pages. Okay, so thank you for being here, whoever is there. Thank you for being here, and uh, I need your support in the upcoming videos. I mostly uh, I mostly uh, I'm mostly doing the fun videos actually. Okay, so I'm mostly making the fun videos in a fun way. Also comedy roast also be there, but in the live mostly I'm talking about how the like for I'm talking about different things actually. I'm talking about the careers, and talking about spirituality. I'm talking about different life phase. Okay, whatever we are going through in a life, we are going through in certain stage of life. First of all, we are going when we are child, we are grown up, and then we will study. Okay, we will study. After that, after completing the study, we are going for a job, or we are hunting for a job, government job or private job, something like that. Then we are moving towards the like, if you are a boy, then you will be a husband for someone, like that. We are going through our family life mostly. So after that, in the mid crisis also happened, they told, but for that mid crisis we must not have those mid crisis, so that we can prepare much more better. Okay, if you prepare, then there will be no mid crisis, what I knew. So like that, we can go ahead into the life. Okay, so yes, I'm just reading one of like page that I used to read, and I'll continue to do. I'm just doing so. Also, I'll follow those to whatever I'm reading right now. And yes, that's all from my end today. Also, I'm practicing English as well. In live, I'm practicing English cause even I'm telling you, I'm just giving you opportunity to talk with me as well. So if you are wanted to learn spoken English, if you wanted to grow yourself in terms of English, so you can talk with me. Okay, whatever, whenever I'm thinking to create one Telegram groups on all, like to talk with someone. Okay, and mostly I also made one applications actually previously to talk in English, but this was like in the half, actually midway I have left, because there were some issues, and also there were some a time constraint that I haven't achieved those things. But it is in the midway. Maybe in sometimes in the future I will make one applications called spoken English practice, so that everyone can at least speak in front of the, like, we have different applications, but they are very costly actually. I'll give a free kind of, I will not take a charge of their applications. But yes, there will be some specification that user can opt out for that. But whatever I use, I really felt like there were no one there are no applications, such applications that we can improve our spoken English skills. But still I am here to talk about this as well as spoken English as well. Okay, so if you want to improve your spoken English, so if you don't know the spoken English as well, so you can connect with me, or you can connect with this channel. Okay, mostly, so you can connect with this channel. I'll also give you suggestions in improving your spoken English skills. And if you are a beginner in spoken English, so I can also give you the spoken English journey. Okay, how to improve and all. And even if you are a YouTuber, or you are starting your YouTube journey, I also have knowledge, मेरा knowledge है YouTube के बारे में भी. तो मैं YouTube से टिप्स वगैरह में शेयर करता हूँ इस लाइव में. तो आप लोग ज्वाइन कर सकते हो मेरे चैनल को, ऐसा एटलीस्ट सब्सक्राइब करके बेल आइकन को क्लिक कर सकते हो, और लाइव को लाइक कर सकते हो, और वीडियोस को लाइक कर सकते हो, क्योंकि वीडियोस वगैरह आता रहता है. और आप लोगों के लिए मैं इतना, मतलब जो भी व्यूज़ वगैरह आता है मेरा, मतलब 34K 20K ये सब आया था मेरा, ये भी बहुत सारा 23K, तो ये सब आता है आप लोगों के लिए, आप लोग सपोर्ट के लिए. आप लोग सपोर्ट बनाते रहना, मतलब मैं तो कंटिन्यू करूँगा मेरा जर्नी. तो ये काइंड ऑफ मैं जर्नी के तरह ले रहा हूँ, ना कि मेरा सक्सेस फेलियर नथिंग बट जर्नी. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे जर्नी इज मैटर. ओके, so because we will not there, and लाइफ टाइम, राइट। सो यस, तो ये जर्नी की तरह मैं ले रहा हूँ, और आप लोगों के सपोर्ट में मैं करूँगा ये सब। और एक क्या लूँगा मैं, आपको सपोर्ट में कुछ भी ले सकता हूँ, ठीक है। आपको सपोर्ट होगा तो कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ, ठीक है। तो वो भी मैं इस चैनल के थ्रू ही करूँगा अभी अभी के लिए। तो यस, तो आज के लिए बस इतना ही। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, नेक्स्ट लाइव में, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट लाइव में नेक्स्ट चैप्टर होगा, और उसके साथ बहुत लोग ज्वाइन नहीं किए, इसलिए मैं चैप्टर ही पढ़ रहा था, बात नहीं कर रहा था। बट कोई लोग ज्वाइन करेगा तो मैं उसके साथ बात करूँगा, और एक काम करूँगा कि फ़नी मोमेंट भी होता है, मतलब मिमिक्री होता है, ठीक है। बहुत कुछ होता है इधर, ठीक है। नॉट ओनली रीडिंग, ठीक है। तो ये कंटिन्यू करूँगा। आज के लिए बस इतना ही। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में।